Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a first impressions video on two volume 1s that I recently read, which couldn't be further apart, but I thought it would be funny to pair them up. We got RaiRaiRai volume 1 and Wash It All Away volume 1. But before we get started on these two books, let me remind you that you can always follow me on your favorite social media platform. You can join my Discord server and you can become a channel member to help out. That would mean a lot. Links are in the description below. So the first book that we're going to talk about is RaiRaiRai Volume 1. This is written and drawn by Yoshiaki. This is a Shonen Sunday release from Viz Media, and it tells the story of Sumire Ichigaya and her bizarre adventure. This is a world where they've experienced an alien invasion. Humanity was victorious. The aliens supposedly disappeared, went away, and what was left behind are described as space vermin that humanity is currently trying to exterminate. Sumire works at one of these companies that takes care of these creatures, and one particular day she has an alien abduction experience where she swears she was experimented on, but nobody's believing it. After being down and out and experiencing some horrible luck, she is in her room and can recall her abduction and the experiments, which had this massive alien creature almost like fall on her, and her right arm being switched with this alien creature's arm. So when she wakes up, she realizes, oh, this is not a nightmare, but actual fact. And now she has this massive, gigantic arm, this alien arm. And at first she's confused, going nuts over it, trying to make sense of everything. Now in this story, there are space varmints. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sort of like kaiju rodent type monster creatures that terrorize the earth. They are remnants of the war that happened between humans and aliens. And one is attacking this town. Now, Sumire hasn't had the best life growing up. She had some trauma with her dad going missing and her mom assuming leadership of the household, being a single mom, taking care of two kids, but also all the debt that the dad had accumulated. And now she's taking out that frustration on Sumire and her sibling. So as a result, our lead didn't really have a good life growing up. It was one with regret, hate, and frustration. Now as an adult, she feels like all she can do is maybe earn money to send back home so that they can pay off the debt. But her parents aren't the good guys here at all. So that trauma resurfaces with this monster attack, where she's now experiencing this out-of-body scenario of having a gigantic alien arm and not knowing what the future might hold. So as this varmint grabs our lead to consume, she internally makes a pact with this alien creature, making it vow to not kill any humans. And in return, he reminds her of the freedom that can come with an event like this and how you're not tied to your past. And he's a little bit simple-minded, but it gets the message across. And the two sort of meld together in this ultra monster kaiju-like form, and he's able to take out this creature fairly quickly. As a result, there is an agency, the Raiden agency, that is in charge of cleanup duty and exterminating these vermin and all that stuff. They get alerted thinking that the combination of this alien and Sumire is the primary target, which it's not. So you get sort of that play of finding out that a human has crossed with an alien species and humans are not trusting of Sumire. They want to lock her up and experiment on her and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So really, this series, judging from these first 3 chapters in this volume here, is a mashup of things like Kaiju number 8 and like Q Hayashida books, like think Dorohedoro and Die Dark, only not as dark macabre or adult. Obviously, you know, keep in mind this is a shonen title, but it has that absurd humor that Hayashida is known for, and there's some slapstick comedy in here with the grotesque mixed in, which makes for an interesting contrast. And obviously having the character of Sumire and her over-the-top reactions to everything that's happening is really fun. This overall was a blast to read. I really enjoyed Volume 1 and highly recommend it. If you like sci-fi stories, if you like monster tales, and just funky visuals, because the art here from Yoshiaki I think is pretty dang good. It has that grimy, grungy look when it comes to the creatures and the aliens and stuff that I think will appeal to a lot of readers out there. So if you want something a little bit out of the norm, consider picking up RaiRaiRai. I think it will be one of those dark horses from Viz's catalog. Volume 1 here was pretty dang good. Next up, we have Wash It All Away from Square Enix manga. This is by Mitsuru Hattori, and I've been wanting to pick this up for a minute. When Volume 1 here came out, I forgot to grab it and just overall ignored it until now. And this seems like the perfect, relaxing, chill book that you don't have to put a lot of thought into it, and it's more about the emotions that it evokes from you as the reader. We follow the character of Wakana Kinmei. She runs a laundry service that is very famous in the town where it's set. I believe, I'm reading off the book here, Atami. It's set in the town of Atami, sort of a seaside resort town, and she's pretty famous for her goodwill, her good nature. She's a wholesome girl and is beloved by everyone in this town, in this community. She has a lot of passion for what she does, but she doesn't remember her past, and I assume she's suffering from amnesia, but what she does know is her devotion to her job of the laundromat and taking care of people's personal items and clothing and all that stuff. It is a slice of life series with an emphasis on the now. Once in a while, we get so wrapped up in what could be, what has happened, all the tribulations in our lives that we forget to live in the now. And this is a book that reminds me of that. She can't recall her past, but she's comfortable dealing with her task of helping out these clients and securing these articles of clothing that mean something to people. Yes, it's just fabric, but I really dug the idea of taking care of these items because there are an extension of your persona, of who you are and your emotions. So a lot of what you will find in this book are standalone stories, as you have Kinmei going through the day-to-day activities of running the laundromat, and you meet the different personalities and people and locales in this resort town. The art, I think, is the biggest draw to this book. It is fantastic. I love the character designs, and I really enjoy the backgrounds, how chill and beautiful, relaxed, and just contemplative everything is in this book. There are a couple of scenes which I was going to make the point that some might perceive as a little bit fan servicey, as you have the character taking different baths, but then I thought, hey, wait a minute, this is on purpose because the idea is to let go of that doubt and worry and just sort of, dare I say, wash it all away. Wash your problems away the same way you would take a shower to clean yourself. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty relaxing read. Not the thing that you immediately want to pick up a second volume and continue. I think this is a very laid back series where I can casually come back to it every couple weeks or months. So I don't know when I'll catch up because there are a couple volumes out already, but I am looking forward to this journey and seeing if Kinmei recovers her memory and what caused it, if it was something bad that happened in her past. I'm interested in that. Also, I did want to point out that there is a huge attention to detail on the way she runs things in the laundry service and how the shirts are pressed and how they're cleaned, the different items used to deep clean stains and stuff, which I found oddly satisfying and rather interesting. You don't really see that often in fiction, comics in general. So there you have it, some quick scattered-brain first impressions on 2 recent reads of mine. Have you read these books? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't, recommend me some alien-themed manga you think I should check out, and some weird slice-of-life books. Yeah, so let me know down below. Thank you everybody once again for liking, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of Manga Geekdom. I thank you so very much. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We are well on our way to 5K subs, which is really awesome. I do thank each and every one of you for making that dream a reality. So thank you all. God bless. Stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.